Hello and welcome to another episode of Cinematography Made Simple, the show dedicated to teaching you how to become a better cinematographer and overall filmmaker. I know this episode's a little bit late, but as I promised before, we'll be discussing the differences between soft lights and hard lights and how they affect your film production. Right now I have soft lights and hard lights on me right now, and I'll discuss how you can use those two together to get a good look on your film. Let's see how I'm using them. So right here, I'm using a soft light on my model, who is going to be my sister right now. As you can tell, there's not a very harsh look. It gives her skin a very soft tone, and there's very few shadows. The shadows that are there are very soft and make her look much nicer, shall we say, as opposed to how she usually looks. And right here, I have a hard light on her, and as you can tell, it's not exactly very flattering. You can see that the shadows are a lot harsher on her face. They're not nearly as soft, and it doesn't help her skin at all. You should definitely be using soft lights for beauty lights, while hard lights are used more for things like backlights. Right here you can see a very effective way to use soft lights and hard lights and how they can help your subject. Right now I have my umbrella on the right side of my actress, in order to give her skin a very nice soft look and really give her a better feel overall. And then behind her, I have a backlight to help separate her from the background, and that backlight is a hard light. Having a hard light as a backlight helps give more edge behind your actress or actor, and it helps them to be separated a lot more than if you used a soft light behind them. Another thing I should mention about soft and hard lights is how the size of the light affects the softness of it. For example, you can see that this is a very big umbrella, and because the light source is so big, it'll produce a nice soft light on the subject. Whereas my work light is a pretty small light, and because it's so pinpoint, it'll produce a much harder light than my umbrella will. As you can probably tell from the examples that I gave you, there are certain times and places when you should use soft lights and times when you should use hard lights. And then most of the time, you'll probably want to use a combination of the two. For example, right now I'm using an umbrella to my right, a hard light far back to my left, and then I'm being lit by a hard backlight. And this helps really separate me and give me an even lighting, which is why I would use it for these tutorials. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Cinematography Made Simple, and I hope you learned something about lighting. Now I'm going to go on to give you some reviews on the gear that I got for my birthday. Right here is the first item that I got for my birthday, and it's an umbrella. For all the items I'll be showing you in this episode, I will be leaving a link for them in the description. Now if we go behind here, you'll see that I have it set up with two YN-160s, and actually one of them was another gift that I got for my birthday. And in between the two, to attach them, I have a 3-bracket flash mount, which actually works great because the YNs have hot shoe mounts on the bottom of them. And then you can see that underneath all of these, holding it up, I have my first light stand. Yes, it is very nice. If I recall correctly, it can be up to 7 feet tall, which is actually be hitting my ceiling. And it folds down to be really compact. It's a 4-section light stand. And I'll just give you a close-up of that real fast, which means that that's what allows it to fold up so nice and tight. I really love all of this gear and hope to one day actually have all of my lighting gear be composed of my YNs. Thank you for watching this episode of Cinematography Made Simple. I hope you learned something. Please hit the like button below and subscribe if you want to stay tuned. Thanks a lot. Bye.